All right guys, we're gonna work on some more utilities. I've got to get this, got to get the hot water heater installed. The first thing we've got to do is take this exhaust pipe, and I've got to cut a hole in the side of the bus right there. That way this exhaust pipe can stick out the side of the bus. We're gonna mount our hot water heater on this wall right here. It's not the best location. The hot water heater will be in mine and Jay's bedroom. There's not really any other place to put it, and at least we'll be able to access it quickly. So. Alright guys, unfortunately as I was hooking up the water heater, my camera died and I couldn't find the charger, so I finally found it. But in the meantime, off camera, I was able to not only get the water heater hooked up and the water lines run to it, also got the shower completely plumbed. So this is the handle to the shower, and because of the way the water lines were coming into this room, I had to sort of make do. It doesn't look fantastic, but it's gonna work. My cold was coming in, supplying the water heater on this side of the water heater, and my hot water was coming out over here. When in reality, I needed my hot water to go in this side of the handle mechanism and my cold to go on this side. So I had to route my hot over to this side of the wall to go in, and then route my cold water around to that side as well. We got the main plumbing up to the shower head, and then this pipe right here is not only going to supply hot water to the shower, it's going to go down and continue along this wall to supply hot water for the sink and the sink in the kitchen as well. Don't have that hooked up just yet, but we will get it hooked up. So this is what the water heater looks like. It does have its own vent that we vented outside of the bus. There is a motor in here that pushes all of the hot air out the vent hose. You supply the water heater with cold on this side, hot comes out on this side, and this is the main gas line, which we put a shut-off valve just in case. This propane line goes into the shower wall, and then it comes down here and goes through the floor right there and ends up outside inside one of the outdoor containers that we have on the outside of the bus, and that's where we're going to put our propane tank. So the plan right now is to get all of the water hooked up to everything that's going to accept water. We have the washer and dryer installed, but I don't have the water hooked up to it yet, and it also has a vent that I have to install. This is going to be one of the bathroom walls right here, and I have to hook this water up to the washer dryer, and I have to install the vent before I cover up this space and close that off to where I can't get to it anymore. Slowly but surely I'm getting everything hooked up to water. I'm getting all the water lines installed, all that good stuff. And then once everything is hooked up to water, we can start working on the drain lines. Once we have the drain lines hooked up, we can actually test the water and do all of that jazz. But before I spend a little bit of time on the washer and dryer, I'm gonna wire up a light here so that I can actually see in the bathroom. We haven't installed any lights yet, so it's pretty dark in here. Good. Alright, I'm gonna put that last mattress in there.
Oh, come on. There's something right here. Turn them on and turn them off. Turn them on and turn them off. Do you think I should build a bus when I grow up?
Totally, baby.
Fun?
You want to?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But I'm also gonna be an artist. So the thing I'm mostly gonna go to is the artist place. And June said he's gonna be a mayor.
So I know in the last video I talked a lot about how we were going to focus a lot of attention up front because we really wanted to move into the bus quickly, but there's a lot of utilities that need to be done in this bus for us to even be able to have the option to move in early. I'm trying to get the hot water working. I've got all of the mechanisms in place to make the water work. I just haven't tested anything. We still have to put a gray water tank underneath the bus and run plumbing to it from both sinks, the washer, and the shower. Me and Jay have also tossed around the idea of moving into the bus before it's 100% done. We're both just so ready to move out of the situation that we're in now and live in the bus and finally have a spot of our own to call home. Still a ton to be done, but we can actually see the finish line way off in the distance. So I worked into the night last night and was able to get this little device installed. That is the 12 volt fuse panel. I installed these leads up to the fuse panel, and then I've got some 12 volt wiring right there. Ran all the way back to the water pump here. Now, technically, we've got valves here. We've got shutoff valves at both sink locations.
Hey, my parents are on FaceTime. They want to be on the video.
Well, I just got your dad.
Okay.
There he is.
I was just joking. You can edit that part out.
I'm not gonna edit this out.
Oh, okay. Hey, go on our next video.
And then we've got shutoff valves here under the main sink. So, technically, what we can do now is we can add water to our holding tank, insert the fuse on that fuse panel, and get the water pumping through the lines. and see what this water pump's gonna do. Make sure it's gonna work right. Make sure that it's gonna work properly. We don't have any of the drain lines hooked up, so if we do turn on the one faucet that we have installed, the kitchen one, we'll have to put a bucket under it or whatever to see what the water pressure is gonna look like. Let's see if we can put some water in the holding tank and then pump some water through the line, see what happens. Why not?
Wow. I have to go a lot. I think that's all.
Dude, you're ridiculous.
I can reach it. Here's your keys back.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
What's happening?
All right, I need you to walk into the bathroom and look around, and I'm gonna hit this valve,
Okay.
and I need you to just make sure nothing's leaking.
Okay.
I heard the water.
Whoa.
That's exciting.
Do you want this cup instead?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that one. All right. Oh, the water's not hooked up to this yet. That's right. Can Jesse put in plumbing? That's the question. It's kind of cloudy. Might want to just pour this out. Yeah. So it's getting less cloudy. Who knows? Yeah, he sent me a picture of it.
And no one's on it. No one just saw what to go All right, so we got the sink
plumbed out. The plumbing is just going straight down under the bus. That stops right there, so any water that drains through here, through this sink, should just come out the bottom of the bus, as long as I didn't make any mistakes putting all this stuff together, which is definitely a possibility, but we're gonna see. No leaks. Alright guys, so I'm currently under the bus. We are gonna run the main drain line for the drain system today. And what I'm thinking, this right here is one of the main supports for the frame of the bus. So this isn't gonna move. There are shocks right there. And of course that's the rear axle right there. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna run my main pipe just below this beam all the way down through the rear axle right there. It should have plenty of clearance to where if we're ever driving the bus, this space right here doesn't compress enough with the shocks and the suspension of the bus to interfere with the plumbing. The suspension on a school bus isn't phenomenal, so I don't think I'm gonna have an issue running a pipe through there and it getting hit by anything while we're driving. Well, that one broke. Well, that ain't going anywhere. so all the drains lead to the gray water tank. We don't have any leaks so far, so that's a good thing. Of course, I was able to get the kitchen sink up and going, as well as what's going to be the bathroom sink and the shower drain. These two drains are the ones that are in the container outside. All three of these drains hit a main drain line that follows the frame of the bus into the gray water tank. We do have the drain for the washer dryer combo that has to go into the water tank as well. But what I'm going to do is route that into the bathroom sink drain, just like you would a dishwasher in a kitchen. The next thing to do is to start working on this bathroom and get it up and going. We've got to put hardy board all around and then waterproof the whole thing with RedGuard. And then we can start putting tile up in the bathroom. Once the bathroom is usable, I can put a little bit more work into the front of the bus, and the bus will be livable at that point. But anyway, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button below. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, there's more videos to come, so stay tuned. See you guys. Peace.